Hey, it's Al Governale, Big Meals.
Small place.
That's right. Today, we're making bolognese sauce, and my father's gonna give you the history of bolognese as well. So be sure to subscribe. You're going to love this recipe. And if you don't subscribe, Dad, what are you gonna do to them? You don't want to know what that...
Mazzata means with the back.
Or the loaf of bread.
The loaf of bread.
So check it out.
All right.
Oh, I love bolognese sauce. There's so many different ways of making bolognese. You know, I wasn't born in Italy, but I was born from parents who were born in Italy. I'm first generation here. And I've always been fascinated with bolognese, which is meats and sauce. And it's just amazing. But there is a person who is an expert at bolognese. Like, we call him the king of bolognese. You all know him. You all love him. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Governale, my dad. What's up, Dad?
All right, so
How you doing?
good.
Everything's good?
Good.
So tell us, what's the history of bolognese? Where did it come from? What's bolognese all about?
Bolognese, the chopped meat. You gotta cook the chopped meat with the onion.
Right.
You put some peas in it, green peas, you know.
Right, green peas.
Yeah. Saute with onion, garlic, and everything else.
Right.
And then after it gets brown, you put the tomato sauce.
Right.
Yeah, I let it cook it. That's a bolognese. You put
Now, why do they call it bolognese? Was it somebody's last name, or did it come from a certain region? Where did bolognese come from?
Bologna. It's a city in Italy.
Okay.
Bologna. That's why they named it after Bolognese, because it was doing that in there. And they were going so the guy put his Bolognese Bologna.
Oh.
That's the name of Bolognese, because it's from Bologna.
So it was invented in Bologna.
Yeah, like the prosciutto di Parma.
Right.
They made it in Parma, the town.
Now, when you make a bolognese, some people say you have to cook it for many, many hours. Some people say that's just a...
Nah,
that's not necessary.
You don't cook it. The longer you cook it, the darker the sauce comes.
Right.
The other way looks fresh. It don't take long. In half an hour, it's done.
Right.
The sauce.
A half hour.
Yeah.
So...
And it comes red, bright, and...
Right. And some people, as far as the meats are concerned, does that matter? Some people prefer meat, they say they'll do veal, pork.
Well, that's their choice.
Right.
You know, I just use regular chopped meat, you know, the meat.
Right, just regular ground beef.
Ground beef, that's it.
Right. So you don't have to get fancy with this stuff.
No, you don't have to put pork or whatever. You could, but...
Right, it's not necessary.
No.
So what, if you could explain bolognese basically, like walk me through it, cooking it. What comes first, what comes second?
Well, you put a little olive oil in the pan.
Right.
Right? And then you chop up an onion.
Right.
And put it in there, saute the onion. Don't burn them though, you know.
Yeah.
Nice and soft. A little garlic. You can put a carrot too.
Oh, carrots are nice, yeah.
You know. And you saute everything, and then you put the meat in there.
Right.
A little saute together.
Right. We're making bolognese today.
Bolognese.
And like you said, you don't have to cook it for 3 hours.
Half an hour, it's done.
Half hour, it's
low
done.
You know.
Low heat.
Low heat, and that's it.
You don't have to cook it for 3 hours. This is a bolognese. I'm making it your style, just with ground beef. I'm making it with onions and garlic, ground beef, tomato sauce,
Little piece.
Peas. That's optional.
If you want a carrot, put a little
Carrots, but if you don't have
make it
carrots and
sweet,
peas in the house, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't have carrots and peas in the house, you don't need it.
You don't need it. Yeah.
Just get this basic and delicious.
And it comes good.
All right, big meals, small places, and be sure to subscribe, right, Dad?
Yeah.
All right.
You got it.
Check it out.
Check it out.
It's gonna be delicious.
You're gonna enjoy it.
Hot, medium-high heat, coated with olive oil. Throw in a half a cup of chopped onion, a little sprinkle of red pepper flakes. From there, you're going to throw in 5 cloves of garlic, chopped in half, nice and rustic, and let that cook until the onions are fragrant and a little softer. Then add in 1.5 pounds of ground beef, a good generous sprinkle of salt over it, a good generous sprinkle of pepper. Don't be afraid to add those spices. then garlic powder, onion powder, a light sprinkle of rosemary, and a good sprinkle of dried thyme. Throw in a bay leaf, and then 1 cup of chicken broth or chicken stock, and a 1/4 cup of white wine. Incorporate that all together. Give the beef a good mix. Let it get brown. Once it does, you're going to add in a cup of tomato sauce, a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Give that a good mix and let that simmer for a good 10 minutes. Give it a taste to make sure that it's just right. And from there, you're going to boil a pound of pasta. Throw it on top after you strain it. Mix it in. Incorporate the bolognese with the pasta. Let it soak in to the pasta. And there you have it. Quick, delicious bolognese.